Do you want a really fast way to paint trees like these? Then stick around in this video to learn more. For this very simple technique, you don't need a lot of colors. I actually only use the colors that stand on the table. The trees that we're going to paint up is from Loot Studio. They are from the month where they released the Oasis. The trees was really easy to print up and quite nice in regards of details. They fit perfectly as terrain for games like Warhammer or Kings of War, etc. And it's easy to create variation in the sizes of the trees if you wanted to print like a bunch of them. I started up spraying the trees with Mournfang Brown. This is how they look after the spray, and now we're ready to start painting them up. The first color we're going to use is dried bark. This color is just going to be applied all over the bark of the tree. Don't be scared to have missed a spot here and there. It doesn't really matter that much, because as long as you've base coated it with brown, then it will only add some small variations in the tree here and there, which will look nice afterwards. As you can see here, I also had a few spots here and there that I missed painting up, but that's actually okay and won't be noticeable later on anyway. Next step, Laurel Forest. With this color you just have to apply all over the leaves and even on the base. For this base it's really nice to thin down the Laurel Forest with some water or some medium thinner or whatever you have at your disposal. It will make the whole painting process way smoother, because some of the paint also have to go in some small cracks and so on the leaves. I also make small spots here and there on the bark with the Laurel Forest. Afterwards it should look somewhat like this. By the way, if you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and go subscribe to my channel. Every time anyone subscribes to my channel, my dogs get a snack. So don't do it for me, do it for my dog. Anyway, you're back. For this step I used Acrid Earthshade, and I pretty much just covered the entire model in it. This step is actually quite simple. The only thing you really should worry about is if there's small like pools where the Acrid Earthshades gather. Beside that, it's pretty plain and simple. Here the trees are once again after I used all the Acrid Earthshade. As you can see here, they are nice and soaky and just have to dry out now. It's really important when you use Acrid Earthshade to shake the bottle a lot, because else it can be kind of glossy whenever you apply it to your miniatures. Now I use my Scarcity Green on the small dots I made here and there on the bark with the Laurel Forest. I use this color just by dry brushing it really lightly upon the Laurel Forest. And afterwards I did the same thing, just dry brushing in Organ Camo. You could also make small highlights here and there with Organ Camo. And if you want it to be even brighter and pop out even more, you could also add a bit of yellow into the paint. Now we're almost finished painting up these trees. For the next step I use Wobblescreen. I use this both as a dry brusher on the leaves and as well a dry brusher on the base. To highlight the bark itself, I use Scarcity Brown. It's pretty much the same procedure as before. I just dry brush it lightly on the tree, and you can pretty much just dry brush it around anywhere you feel it would be natural for the tree to be a bit brighter. And here we have the last color that I used. This is Scarcity Green. It's pretty much the same as before. I just dry brush it around on the leaves and also on the base. To make the bases you can pretty much use anything forest-like, but for this I just found some small tufts and foliage that I will glue onto the base. And here we have the final result, which I'm really pleased with. I put in a Wood Elf Wayward just in order for you to get the sense of the scale. But as I said earlier in the video, if you want some bigger trees, smaller trees, you're also able to print that in order to create some variation. I hope you found this video somewhat useful, and I hope to see you again in the next one.